So I got a couple new subscribers the other day. Where's everybody at? Yeah, so I would say to call in, but I didn't even bring the phone. And that phone bill is due tomorrow. So I'm just like, I don't know. The signal always drops out right up here and then it'll clear up. I'm just getting out of the house for a little bit to keep from going loco. I've been studying this cryptocurrency. I started studying it and I was listening to a bunch of people. I listened to what's his name, Robert Kawasaki. Is that his name? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I listened to Elon Musk and so there's the eagles and the crows. I guess they found out about that dog right there, right? The dog that died. And I guess people are just running it over. I guess they didn't see it right there. It's just completely ran over. So yeah, Elon Musk is talking about this coin. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, what other ones are there? Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum are like the three main ones. And so I'm getting all this information, right? I can't learn like I used to when you're younger, when you've got all your your memory working for you, you've got all your senses working for you. It becomes more difficult. Otherwise I'd still be building parasite zappers. But yeah, so I'm studying this stuff, listening to everybody, listening to Iman and Kevin Trudeau and all this stuff, and Iman says, I did all this work and everything. So he says, I'll show you how to do it, but you know, you got to fork over some cash, right? It's the principle of the matter. And because they only want certain kind of people with a certain kind of mindset. They don't want negativity there. So and they're going to get a lot of undercover agents, agent provocators. You know, I could see that in the people who leave comments. Their feedback, their reviews are really good, but you can tell how they've got, you know, agent provocators. I know that because I used to talk to them all the time when I was selling these controversial parasite zappers, when I was selling them all across the globe, here in the United States and across the globe. I used to get, you know, they create problems, you know, just to pester you, if that's a word, to pester you, you know, and you know it's them, right? And it's just they frustrate you like that because I guess they're from this agencies that are devils. These agencies are absolutely devils. Look what they did to all the American Indians right now. They're standing up for Pelletier. Pelletier, it's been documented, absolutely proven that he's innocent, and they've had him in there for over 50 years. So they started throwing all these people in jail. But, you know, so anyway, talking about this stuff, I was studying it all right now. You know, I'm trying to find out because the school is kind of expensive, and I'm supposed to start with the new company tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what's going on, right? As far as I know, I'm supposed to be driving a 2021. It's got about 400,000 miles on it. So the truck that I was driving had 200,000 miles on, not even 200,000. But so it's a little bit older, probably about a year older, and it's a completely different truck than what I've been driving. So I'm just gonna go check it out and see how it goes, and continue to learn about this stuff, because this one guy, Robert Kawasaki or whatever his name is, he's the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. He went on Facebook, I think it was Facebook. I just saw it right now. He made a video short, and he says he thinks Bitcoin is going to go to $1.2 million this coming year, 2024. Right now it's at, like, I don't know what it's at. The number goes all different places. But yeah, I guess you can get up to where, you know, you can have like $2,000 and you invest it, and next thing you know, that $2,000 is turned into, you know, $7,000, and then it just starts climbing. And I was watching this one guy, and he showed his portfolio. He just dragged his cursor through the whole year, And you can see it went up to $250,000, and then it went back down, and he lost it all. Right? It just kept going down, down, down till finally he was back at like, 30,000, 16,000, and made his way back up to like 39,000. But it was at 250,000. That's Bitcoin. And so this guy, Robert Kiyosaki, he just went, I just saw him on whatchamacallit, and he says he thinks it's going to go to $1.2 million this coming year. And he bought Bitcoin like when it was at 9,000. So he got in at 9,000, and he was saying, well, I wish I could have got in when, it was for 19 cents. And but he says, but I got in when it was at 9,000, and he says, and now I look like a genius because that 9,000 turned into 55,000 now. But so yeah, it's at 55,000, and he's saying that he thinks it's going to go to 1.2 million. So I'm trying to figure out how many X is that. That's like 5X. No, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be like 10 or 15X for 55,000 to be worth $1 million. It's got to be like 15 times, right? 10 times 50,000. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start figuring this stuff out. So I need to get out a calculator and get in and buy some. So Iman Shafi says, okay. He says, you get in right now. He says, this offer is not going to last very long. He says, but if you join my school, he says, I'm going to give you $500 of Bitcoin. Right? You just keep that $500 of Bitcoin, and when it goes up to, what they're saying is going to happen, they're saying it's going to take off around the 20th of this month. And because they're collapsing the economy. The other countries are collapsing the economy by, this is how they collapse the economy. They put all their money they got, they put it into the economy. So I don't know how that works, but they've got like trillions of dollars, China and Russia, and if they want to, they could take those trillions of dollars and put them back into the circulation, and that would collapse the economy, because the value of the dollars is, it makes inflation. For some reason, it makes hyperinflation. But anyway, yeah, so I'm like, well, you're gonna give me $500 dollars worth of Bitcoin, and one coin right now, one Bitcoin, from what I understand, is $33,000, right, for a Bitcoin, because it's going, it's the whole economy is switching over. What do you think's gonna happen? What am I coming here for? Yeah, I need to go this way. And so now the signal start dropping out going over this mountains. But yeah, I'll talk more on it when I get on the other side. The signal should be real clean up there on the other side of the mountain. Go ahead and shut off the AC climbing this hill. climbing the hill this way isn't that bad. It's coming back. That's a tough one. This one it's shorter to get to the top of the hill. But why are there so many thieves? Right? That's like the main problem with the Bitcoin is that everybody's out there ripping off and thieving and right? Why is there so many thieves? Barely doing 50 miles an hour. Duck can come down and take a shower or nothing, not unless you got a dog. Not unless you got a dog in there. So, where's another Prius right there? I think I was parked right here, out by the freeway. There we go. So, turn off the AC. Yeah, so that's the Interstate 5 right there. But you can't really see because there's a glare on the window. There's a real strong glare. But yeah, so he goes like, he says, yeah, if you join right now, you see how much traffic is on the freeway? And this ain't even a holiday. It used to be like this only during the holidays. But yeah, he goes like this. He says, if you join right now, I'm going to give you $500 bucks worth of Bitcoin. And so you do the math. I don't got a calculator. Let me see if I can use a pen. Because if Bitcoin is at, what is it, at $35,000 right now for a Bitcoin. So if you were at, and those fish sandwiches I got today, I won't be buying those again. It's like they poured the freaking salt shaker on them. They had so much salt. And yeah, I won't be buying those again. But okay, so let's see, what's Bitcoin at right now? Is it at like 35,000? 35,000 for a Bitcoin? So if it's at 35,000, and what's his name, Kawasaki, says it's going to go up to 1 million, 1.25 million. That is, that would be, let's see, if you put 2 zeros here, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still need another 0. Yeah, that'd be like 90 times, right? It's like 90 times, because 9 times would be 100,000. So 90 times would be 1 million, right? And I don't know, need a calculator to figure that out. But yeah, so that is like 100x. So all you have to do is put 500 bucks in there right now, right? So you put 500 bucks, and by the end of the year, if it goes to 1.2 million, then that'll be, let's see, that'll be worth $500, and that's 90 times, right? So 500 times 90, that's $45,000. $45,000 next year off 500 bucks, if it does go to $1.2 million. See, right here is where I need to shut the display off so that I can walk in the store. But I can't. So I'll just turn this off, and then I'll turn it back on. I'll turn it back on when I start to leave. I was gonna get me, things are so expensive out here. I was going to get me a hot dog, because they got all beef wieners here, and they're pretty good. They also got hamburger rolled into like a hot dog. It's like a hot dog, but it's hamburger. But sometimes they have cheese on the inside of them, so they're like. But anyway, I have to drive all the way up here to get a kombucha, because they don't have kombuchas in town. Go figure, right? No kombuchas in the whole town. Have to come out to the travel center to get a kombucha. But I have to turn off my video recorder when I go in there, because somebody will see the phone and try to steal it. They might think it has some, what is that called, where you keep your Bitcoin? It's called a wallet, a digital wallet. Yeah, So I'm learning all this stuff, and I'll go in here and I'll start the video. I'll start the video back up when I get back out. I'll try and get me a cup of ice too. That should be good.